Yo, how you doing? As you know who I am. Hey, y'all remember this guy, this wise guy here, Barry? Yo, he's a movie guy.
How you doing?
How you doing? We're the wise guys of movies. In the past, you might have called us the movie guys, but you know what? We're the wise guys of movies. We know what movies are good, we know movies what are bad. Right? We're talking about. Are you looking at me or are you looking at him?
Both.
Both. Okay. Everybody, it's me, the Mad Montreal Man. Welcome back, Barry. Yes, the movie guy, Barry. We're here. Retro Review number 2. Don't give me that look. I know it's been more than a month, but, you know, he's a busy man. Look at this guy. He's a busy man.
What can I tell you?
You know, come on. So, Barry, what movie did you pick for us?
Falling Down, Michael Douglas.
Ah!
I know.
All right, Falling Down. And I know you're thinking, Michael Douglas. You know,
Yeah.
but the thing is this, you have to admit, Kirk Douglas' dad, some talent might have been passed down.
Got to give him the right material, though. That's the thing. And he hasn't really had that until this movie. And you don't even know it's Michael Douglas.
1993. You might think it's Drew Carey. Here's a couple of clips. You watch them now. We'll come back in a second. I'm talking about. I'm just saying. You know. Hey, we're back. Okay. What's your favorite clip of the movie?
Oh, there's so many to pick from. I think the number one for me, I think, is the one in the restaurant. He wanted to order the burger, and it was breakfast, and he couldn't. He wanted.
But it's 11:05.
That's 11:05. Yeah.
We stopped serving breakfast at 11, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, you've all been through that.
This is a movie that finally, it really kind of showed what was going on in America at the time, I think.
At the time, this movie came out in '93, folks. And if you guys don't remember back in '93, for those of you who don't remember '93, road rage was just starting to really be a thing. A lot of the States was in a bad way. I mean, I think even Canada was in a bad way. And this movie, when it came out, was not liked.
No.
A lot of people thought it was too dark. It was too like, oh, we don't want to promote this. But I honestly think it was very prophetic. I mean, you look at road rage. I mean, that movie nowadays. My God, that's a big spider. Sorry, I got distracted by a very big spider on the wall.
That's a fly.
That's a fly. Okay, never mind. I'm tired, okay? But, you know, I digressed. We do that. Not scripted. But that movie, when it first came out, you know, it was dark-ish. It was filmed during the day. It was a rather dark movie. Dark characters. There's no real hero in the movie. I mean, Robert Duvall's character, he's not exactly the, the cop you love.
No, he's got a problem on his own. His wife's going to leave him.
Yeah.
He's got to quit the
Force
force.
him to retire.
You know, and then he does at the end. He says, you know what? I'm going to take charge of my life. So it kind of was a double whammy here.
You know, Michael Douglas is the basic white-collar worker. He's stuck in a job playing, this guy named Bill. He's stuck in a job, loves his kid. Not the best marriage.
Not the best, no.
You know, he snaps. But when that movie came out, I mean, I know some parts in the States didn't even show it. I was fortunate to see it in Montreal, and I went, oh my God, I feel that way. You know, and I think that's one of those movies that actually, if you released it now, it'd be like, wow. But that's what we're talking about. This is one of those movies that you really have to look at.
Right. Yeah, today we're so suppressed. You know, everything now, everybody, you don't have an opinion. It's a big problem. Back then, here's a movie that said, you know what, just leave me alone, let me go home. If you can't do that, this is the consequences for that.
Yeah.
And it was quite powerful. Quite powerful.
There's also commentary on how people were back then. It was just one of those things where, you're expected to take, pardon my language, but take the crap. You know what? Oh, you're stuck in traffic. Do too bad. Oh, we're not going to give you change. That's one of my favorite scenes, by the way. We don't get change. I mean, I've been in those situations, and it is frustrating. I mean, it's one of those movies where, you could remake this. You could. It'd be really cool. I mean, we'll show you a couple more scenes. And we'll get back to you guys in a second. Watch a couple more scenes. We're going to talk about a few things. Now, go watch a couple. But you have to admit, all right, we're back. We ignored you for a bit. Do you like the scenes? I know they might be a bit violent for you, but it's a violent movie, sort of. The one thing I like about this thing is, I think this is Mike Douglas's best performance ever.
I agree with that. He doesn't look like a Douglas.
He looks like Drew Carey on a diet. But no, I mean, Robert Duvall is Robert Duvall. I mean, actually, for a lot of people, Duvall fans, they actually were shocked because he was playing a rather softer character.
He was, yeah.
He wasn't the harsh, I'm gonna smell napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, what's happened to him?
Well, he had to, because this guy's ready to snap. And the last scene when they're on the pier together, that was a lot of tension.
No spoilers, but it's the one thing in the movie you can't change. No matter what, you cannot change that last scene,
No.
especially with the draw.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. And it all kind of works its way out. It's a sad kind of ending, but it's real.
Oh, that was a bit of a spoiler there, folks. Sorry.
Well, you know.
But the thing is, too, I mean, you would think,
The
too...
title falling down is not going to be exactly uplifting. We're falling down.
They weren't going to call it snapping either. The thing about that is, the funny thing is, before that movie, there was a certain term you didn't hear too much about. This is a major spoiler, but the term death by police, you didn't really hear much of that back in those days.
That's true.
Since that movie, though, I mean, you hear it every year now.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, my only problem with the movie is that the cinematography is kind of like, it's 93 with a bit of retro 70s feel to it. Here's this shot.
Yeah, well, they're in Los Angeles. I think they got 3 or 4 local shoots.
But good thing J.J. Abrams didn't do it. Can you imagine that falling down? Hey, the zoom camera. But no, it is a good movie. I do recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay, but here, because what we do here is we always say, are we going to remake this movie or leave it alone? I say you can remake the movie.
I think because you can doesn't mean you need to. I think I would probably just leave it as it is and try to get another showing so people could see it. A lot of people don't even know this movie.
No, they don't. They don't.
And I think it needs to be brought out again, even if it's a re-release before.
Remastered.
Well, maybe, but you could remake it, of course. But
that'd be hard to cast.
It would be tough. I think Michael Douglas did a really, really good job.
Unless you bring Michael Douglas back, he's a great.
It's the best thing. I mean, next to Gordon Gekko, I think is probably one of the best characters ever.
No, I think his character Bill beats Gordon Gekko. I mean, it's just when I first saw this, I was Robert Duvall fan. I just went, it's Mike Douglas. He's not his father. I mean, he's not Kirk Douglas. Goddammit. And I went, oh, whatever. I'll go see it. And I remember I reviewed this for some newspaper back in Montreal, and I was actually impressed because the way the movie starts off, you think, oh, this is gonna be a sleeper. Well, within 5 minutes, you're like, well, I'm awake.
Right.
What's going on? And it's just like nonstop.
Well, I think we all can relate to being in traffic and being hot and the noise and the sirens and everything else, and just walking off and saying, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I'm done today. And you can't do that back then, but he did, and that's what's so different about it. Today, it's not uncommon for somebody to do that.
Yeah, we all snap a little bit.
That's right.
And we start doing YouTube videos.
Exactly. Great movie. I mean, I give it probably 8 out of 10 for sure.
I'll agree with you on that one, but I do disagree. I think you could remake this movie. The problem would be the casting, because from a cinematography standpoint, we both know there is so much better camera angles. There's better quality of filming out there.
Of course.
But I would not change the script at all.
Story's good.
Do not change the script. Do not change the ending. Don't add any flashback scenes, which so many directors do nowadays.
Right.
But the problem would be how can you recast this movie? I mean, it's only really 2 characters you have to recast. Everybody else, who cares?
Right.
But I would not change the gender. A lot when we talk about Southern Park, we talk about doing a whole bunch of gender flips. I wouldn't do it, but who would you get to play? Well, I mean, who's at Robert Duvall's level of acting right now?
Well, yeah. Well, now that he's what is he, almost 90?
He's still alive.
But the thing is, Robert Duvall could not play against Michael Douglas if Michael Douglas was Michael Douglas. He was a different character altogether, and that's why he works so well.
Wasn't he single back in those days?
Well, I
think might explain part of it.
I'm not quite sure, but
it's
2 different characters. One, Duvall plays himself, Michael does not, and that's what makes it work.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think too, the one thing that they'd have to avoid would be turning this into an action movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jason Statham, but I would not want Jason Statham to play Bill. It's like,
no.
It'd be like, what happened to the story?
Yeah.
But I think this is one case where, Hollywood, if you're listening, because we know you are, release it again. Remaster it, release it.
Well, actually, it's on Blu-ray right now. I do have the copy. I haven't seen it lately, but it is on Blu-ray.
I watched it again last night.
And it is really good. So if you get a chance to get a Blu-ray copy, I would suggest doing that.
I'm talking about. Listen to the wise guy.
There you go.
But I'm saying, from the boy standpoint, just go watch the movie. I'm just saying, it's a good movie. Watch it. Simple as that. I want to show you some more clips, and I think we're out of here. We'll see you next time. Next time. Like I said, the wise guys. We're saying, this movie's good enough. Just watch it as is.
Okay.
All right, for Barry.
Hey.
The Star. Hey, we should do Dallas. No, Dallas the movie. No. For us, what movie? Well, Barry had a suggestion for next time. Somebody up there likes me.
Yeah. We're going way back, folks.
We're gonna go way back to Rivers.
1956.
Yeah. So we should have to find a decent copy of it and so forth. So,
Yeah.
like I said, Michael Douglas falling down. And Mike, if you're out there, what happened to your career? Seriously, bro. You showed talent, and then what was his next movie after that? Anyway, I can't even remember.
I don't even know.
That's how good the movie was. It was like so good for him. Yeah, I think it's one of those cases where the critics slammed it and the actor just didn't know how to respond to it.
He's hard to write for. He's not a guy that you can just pinhole. He's very difficult. You know, that's why this is so off the wall. It worked.
Yep. It's kind of like Robin Williams in Insomnia.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, well, he could probably, no, he'd be too old for the character now. But like I said, Falling Down, 1993, Michael Douglas, Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
It's getting, you know what? Don't have to touch it, just watch it.
That's right.
And he's got to go. He's got to go home and
I gotta watch the Blu-ray. Make sure you do that.
he's got to go watch the Blu-ray. I'm gonna go watch The Longest Day again.
All right.
It was on this morning. I'll
Great
watch it again.
movie. Great
Catch you guys next time.
All right. Ciao.
Hey!